Hey, welcome folks to Module 3, Lesson 2, where we're going to be talking about real-world positive and negative numbers. If you recall from the last lesson, we talked about integers on a number line. We said that each number line has a negative side and a positive side. And all of that makes sense if we're just talking about math on a number line with 0 in the middle. But we're actually, when we're talking about negative and positive numbers, we're talking about real life stuff. So that's what today's lesson is going to be about. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on each half so you can copy that, and then we'll go into talking about it. So here is the first, here's the first half, and here is the second half. Now, as I really hope you have learned so far this year, math isn't just for math class or for a textbook. It's actually for real world, real life stuff. So today's lesson, we're going to talk about where positive and negative numbers come into real life. And the question we're going to seek to answer is, how do positive and negative integers fit in real life? Now, in order to answer that question, hopefully by the end you'll know, we need to take a look at a few words. And we need to know that different words in real life indicate positive or negative values. And you might actually be surprised that you know most, if not all of these already. Now, these are just examples. These 4 that I've done in this vocab section are just examples. There are many, many more, and we'll address them as we come to them. But a couple examples of positive vocab words that relate to positive values are credit. Credit is money that's given into an account. So like if you go to the bank and open up a credit card, they are giving you however much, let's say your credit limit is $500, they are giving you access to $500 on that credit card. Okay. Now, next we have a deposit. Okay, deposit, well actually let's zoom this up so you can, zoom it up so you can see it real well. Okay. A deposit is money that's placed into an account. Now, if you or your parents get a paycheck and you take it to the bank because you don't want to hold on to the cash, or you obviously can't use a check, you are going to deposit that, putting the money into your account so you can use your debit card or just keep it safe in the bank. So credit and deposit refer to positive values. And then if we're going to look at negative values, we see a word like charge or debit. Those are often interchangeable. These just mean the price or the fee. Now, every time you go to the store to buy something, it has a price, right? You might also note that as a fee. Like if you, let's say you overdraw your bank account, they charge you a fee. That's money that is negative or comes out of your account. Then we have withdraw, which is very similar to charge or debit in that it's negative, but it's just money that's removed from your account. Like let's say you are going to a restaurant where you can only pay cash. You have to go to an ATM and make a withdraw and remove money from your account. Okay, so on this side here we have positive values. On this side here we have negative values. And on our classwork, we're going to practice identifying what types of words in the real world mean positive values and what types mean negative values. Okay, and usually when we're looking at math problems, we're looking at scenarios and real life. So we're going to try and, on this example, figure out in real life what's positive and what's negative. So let's take a look and we'll read this together real fast. Example number 1. Jim deposited his allowance of $10. Okay? If this number line here is Jim's money in his account, we start right here at 0. If Jim has $0 in his account, let's say he literally just opened the account and he deposited $10, then we come over to the positive side. We jump all the way down until we reach 10. Okay? So a deposit is positive. Then, however, Jim's a real life guy and he likes real life stuff like ice cream, like everybody does, hopefully, unless you're lactose intolerant, in which case I'm very sorry for you. This is the exact same number line from example number 1, but instead we read here that Jem spent $4 on ice cream, so that is a debit or a charge. And we don't start back at 0 like we did that first time. First time we started at 0 because he just opened his account. Now we start at 10 because his previous balance refers to the deposit that he made, so he starts at 10. And then we subtract 4, or we move to the negative side 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, because we're counting by 2 if you didn't notice that. So 10 minus 4 is 6. So Jim's new balance after that charge is $6. Okay? Now the last thing that I want to make sure that you really pay attention to is this piece down here at the bottom. Pay attention from where you start counting. Okay? In our first example, I'm going to get rid of a couple things here, make it a little easier to picture. In our first example, whoops. Sorry, get rid of this circle because it's kind of in the way. In our first example, we started counting from this 0 because he had 0 money in his account. In our second example, we started counting from 10 because 10 is the amount he started, or amount he had after the first deposit. So, point being, you must pay attention where you start counting from. Okay, this is very important. Very important, and we will talk more about that in another lesson, but that's key. That's all we have for this lesson. Hope you are able to get all that down. I'm going to be checking that out tomorrow. See you later.